Nutrition is crucial for autonomy. Autonomy is a very wide concept, but of course, it's very strongly dependent on lifestyle factors, and the two major lifestyle factors are what you eat and how you move. So physical activity and the food is really the major determinants for aging well, and aging well is to preserve your autonomy. So it's extremely important. Of course, it's a strong relationship in both ways, of course. If you have a mobility impairment, your brain lacks stimulation from the activity. We know that cognitive function is not exclusively dependent, but is influenced by exercise and your mobility. So by mobile impairment, you will have cognitive non-beneficial effects of that. And of course, the other way around, if you start to have cognitive impairments, that will likely affect your also your physical mobility, but that depends very much on the kind of cognitive impairment you will have, because we have kind of both sorts. We have some brain disorders or dementia forms that goes with increased activity, walking behavior and such things. So it's more difficult to say for that specific aspect. Nutrition is extremely complex, and as in general, the effects from nutrition is a combined effect from many nutrients that works in parallel and together. There are usually no magic bullets. If you have a magic bullet, it's perhaps more like a pharmaceutical. But of course, from that perspective, it is extremely important to have a basic food intake that is healthy, which means, and to be very simple in that sense, that it could be identified as a traditional Mediterranean-like diet, and that is from the European perspective. Of course, there are other basic healthy diets that is also related to good function, like in Japan, and of course we have the Okinawa diet. And so you can have healthy diets that promote autonomy in many ways. For the older person, and we will discuss that during the symposium, of course, there are some crucial nutrients, and one of them are, of course, proteins, because muscle is made of proteins, and of course also fat quality, because the brain is in many ways built by lipids. And of course, the nutrients that is used by either the muscles and the brain could be specific in that sense that they promote good function, good brain function and good muscle function. As I already have said, I think the two major parts of lifestyle changes in order to facilitate autonomy, exercise and nutrition, and they work together. The body is really built for exercise. 40% of the body weight is muscle, and the muscle as an organ interacts much more with the rest of the body than we actually know or that we take into consideration in our everyday life. So exercise is extremely important, but to have the best effect of exercise, you also need to have good nutrition. Many people complains of memory dysfunctions, and of course today we still don't have the perfect tools to really fight the dementia process. It is a little bit difficult to advise everybody see their doctor to have a memory test, but I still think it is important to let people become aware of the importance of their brain and memory functions, because that could be part of an unhealthy lifestyle, and perhaps by doing some corrections in your lifestyle, as for example exercise and what you eat, which of course is very complex, you may either stop or at least delay the process of cognitive impairment.